Hello everyone, my name is Quinten Fouquet and I'm an international business student at the Artevelde Hogeschool. Today I interviewed Patrick Delongie, who was my neighbor and he has lived and worked abroad in Spain for several years. I asked him a few questions to find out how it is to work and live abroad.
Hello Patrick, could you tell us
Hello.
in brief who you are and where you're from?
Okay, I'm born in Ghent, but only born in Ghent. Raised. I've been all my youth been here around in Schorissen, Oudenijden. And after my studies, I worked a couple of years like a project manager. And then I moved up to Spain. That's something I wanted to do already, because I go with my father first time when I was 4 to Spain, and so I decided to go to Spain.
You always have wanted to go to Spain. You had this love for
very
the country.
young, very young. Yes.
So
And I said
one day
I go live there.
when you were old enough, you decided to just go there and
Yeah,
do it.
I got some personal problems.
Yeah.
And then that was the drop. I said, okay, now I'm off.
So did you speak any Spanish? at
No,
the moment?
not at the time. No. I knew very well French, which is a Latin-based language, and
Yes.
after a couple of months there, and I'm quite easy with languages. I got the basic, and then I met my wife, and then like they say in Belgium, you sleep with a dog, you take his fleas. Okay, sorry about my wife, but but that's we learn faster because you are French or Spanish, and it's you want to communicate, and then yeah, it's going
It
faster.
was easy because you had a girlfriend or a wife, and then
Yeah, future
friends,
yes,
and
exactly.
so that you
Well,
always had to speak Spanish.
I met a lot of Spanish friends. I didn't want to go to Spain to meet Belgian people,
For sure.
The village where I went to was not the most touristic one. So automatically, if you're not in a touristic place, you met less people, foreign people, and more Spanish. But it was very handy for my work to know all these languages.
So how is the daily life different in Spain than it is in Belgium? Do you eat differently? Do
Well,
the people
yes,
communicate differently with each
People,
other?
because of the weather and the way there are people living outside. They met at noon at the bar
They don't stay at home like
to
here.
make a coffee here. In Belgium, you make a coffee here.
At home.
No, they don't make coffee. They go to the local bar, Café Dito. Now start they meet people, speak to people. They eat later. Normally the supper is the dinner. Sorry, is around 2 o'clock, and in the evening, in the summer, it can be after 10 o'clock because it's so hot that you cannot eat. In the winter, they eat most of the time 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So it changes in the summer and
Yes, they do. Yeah, of course.
they adapt with the weather.
Also the hours to work. What I told you before, in the hot summer, July and August, they work when they are on the working site. When the sun come up, and they're working up till 1 o'clock, and they say okay, they didn't do their 8 hours, but they come back on Saturday. No sweat. That's their mentality.
So they make sure the work is done, but they don't have any strict
Exactly,
hours.
they don't have. They make sure that the same work is done, but they do longer over it.
They do it whenever they want to.
whatever they want to. I mean, there
Yeah.
are some rules, of course, but if you work for a boss, but yeah, they can say, okay, they don't make a big deal. They say, okay, we are with 4 plasterers, it's too hot to work, we're gonna come, no problem, you know.
Yes. So, how did you stay in contact with friends you had here, or friends?
Well, that's been
family?
in '92, of course. Not a lot of internet. That was most by the fixed phone. And then I said in the second part of the '90s, I worked for that French firm, and then I see them now and then because I got Belgian clients.
So you went here.
So, now and
sometimes?
then sometimes, and then the internet started, mobile started, and then Skype started.
Yes.
This also was an evolution, you know. They came I got a lot of visit, of course, in the summer. Sometimes in the winter, so most of the time in the summer. So I got, or each year somebody there.
Was
And
it-
vice versa, once we married, we start to try to go at least once a year
Was it difficult for you to adapt
to Belgium. I meant, sorry.
when you came in Spain? Was it difficult for you to adapt, or did you feel at home very fast? And
For me myself, I know a lot of people who went to Spain, and that's, you hate it
or you love it?
or you love it.
Yeah. And you really
Some
loved it?
I know people that they have to go back. They sell their house that they bought there again because they cannot stand the mentality.
Elsewhere. Yeah.
You know, comparing with Belgium, for example, or Germany or Switzerland. You know, well, Switzerland not so much, but you know, or they love it,
And then they never go.
and then they
back.
never go because
So-
the sun is one thing, of course, but then the mentality is something else.
When you look to it professionally, from a professional point of view, what were the difficulties? What was different from Belgium,
Well, certainly in the beginning,
or weren't there much differences?
certainly in the beginning, the lack of rules they have rules of building, but Belgium has always been number one in regulations of materials.
We have rules for everything.
We have rules for everything, which can be annoying, but is
Easy to
They-
follow.
they-
And
I mean, it's not always also easy. It's also you're working most of the time for somebody else. Most of the time, his house, and it's the same thing as in Belgium. It's you do that once in your whole life. So you better make with the right materials, with the and not everything is negative that you have rules for everybody. You don't have to exaggerate, but in Spain in the beginning they don't have any rules. They have a way to build. They have programs to make pillars and structure. That's more but that's about it. I mean, and then with the years and getting close to European member, and then after the European membership, it's been very fast then,
so,
and the good way. I mean,
would you ever start again? Do it all over again? When you would be back in '92 when you had to make the decision?
Yes, of course, yes. I'll probably make the decision sooner to go.
Because you really want
Because
to be
I
there.
have a I was then even younger and then have more.
And when the economical situation would be still good, you'd probably still be there.
I'd be still there, of course. Everybody was there.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. So what would you give like tips? What would you recommend people when they want to go live abroad?
Tips, certainly know the mentality, not only the weather, also the mentality, and the economic situation. If you depends on somebody who's go on pension, just have to know how much I'm gonna spend there, and can I have with my pension here from here enough to live there, whatever, you know. Not the same living in Spain of you know I go to Sweden, which is very expensive,
Yes.
and then with a nice pension here you're not. But then if you have to say okay, I have to work for a living, still make sure and then you see I've been more than 2 decades there, and I've been.
Yes. So I think that will be all. I would like to thank you for your time and for your hospitality.
Don't worry. Mi casa es tu casa.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Have a nice evening.
So this was my interview with Patrick Delongie. It was very interesting to me. He learned me very much about how it is to live abroad, and I would like to thank him again for his time and for his hospitality. I would also like to thank you for watching